Good evening, I'm Prasad and this is KiniNews. On Tuesday, Najib was no longer a free man and the Kajang prison became his new home. However, because he's facing other cases in court, you could say the courts will be his second home. Former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak made his first appearance since he was jailed on Tuesday. However, things were calm outside the Kuala Lumpur court complex today. This is in contrast to Tuesday, where his supporters appeared outside the Palace of Justice in Putrajaya. Today, Najib returned to the High Court for his 1MDB corruption trial before Judge Colin Lawrence Sequeira. Najib appeared in a vehicle early this morning accompanied by a prisons department van. He did not go through the court complex main entrance. He was later spotted within the court complex wearing a grey suit. Members of the public were prevented by police from waiting outside the now barricaded courtroom where the trial will be held. Meanwhile, you're probably wondering how jail has been treating the man who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. According to his daughter, he hasn't gotten used to it yet, but he's in high spirits. Najib Abdul Razak's daughter, Nooryana Najwa, has an update on the former Prime Minister's new life in prison. In an Instagram story posted last night, she said Najib is still adjusting to his new schedule as a prison inmate. Nooryana said Najib's lawyers had managed to meet her father in Kajang prison yesterday. She added that Najib is in good health and is also in strong spirits. Nooryana also expressed her family's appreciation to Kajang prison officers for their concern about Najib. Prison may be new to Najib, but Anwar is no stranger to being locked up. And according to the opposition leader, Najib is going to have a tough time adjusting. Anwar Ibrahim said former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak is in for a tough time undergoing his prison sentence. Anwar himself had almost a decade of experience being jailed. The PKR president believed that Najib might get better treatment and facilities compared to what he received during his 2 prison terms. However, Anwar noted this would not be enough given Najib's posh lifestyle. In an interview with CNBC, Anwar said prison will be really difficult for Najib compared to his lifestyle of 7-star hotels. Anwar spent almost 6 years in prison after he was convicted of 4 corruption-related offences in 1999 during Dr. Mahathir Mohamad's administration. In 2015, Anwar was imprisoned again after being found guilty of sodomizing his former aide, Muhammad Saiful Bukhari Azlan. He was released in 2018 after receiving a royal pardon. Recalling his experience, Anwar said his first term during the Mahathir era was much tougher, including having been denied any access to books and family visits at the initial stage of his imprisonment. Meanwhile, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, the man who brought down Najib and his empire with Pakatan Harapan, doesn't expect the new inmate to spend the full 12 years behind bars. Dr. Mahathir Mohamad believes that jailed Najib Abdul Razak is highly likely to receive a pardon at some point in the future. In a statement today, Mahathir expressed disappointment over the various delays of Najib's SRC trial. The former Prime Minister also questioned whether the Pakatan MP would really serve his full sentence. On Tuesday, Najib was sent to the Kajang prison to undergo his 12-year jail sentence after the federal court upheld his criminal convictions linked to the 42 million ringgit funds from SRC International. Mahathir said the delay was made worse by Najib's treatment of his lawyers and various reasons were used to delay and prevent the trial from reaching its conclusion. He also said that it's very likely that criminals will escape punishment despite their crimes and justice delayed is justice neglected. However, Mahathir did not substantiate his claims. Now let's shift our focus away from the Kajang prison to the LCS scandal. An internal audit has revealed how much money was lost thanks to mismanagement. 890 million ringgit has been estimated to have been lost in the early stages of the Littoral Combat Ship project. This is according to a forensic audit ordered by Boosted Heavy Industries Corporation. BHIC is the parent company of Boosted Naval Shipyards, the main contractor of the LCS project. The audit was restricted to the period from the start of the project until BHIC's financial year in 2014. However, the internal auditor said some decisions cascading effect would impact transactions until 2018. The first case listed as having caused potential losses was alleged dummy payments totaling 23.37 million ringgit for technical services to 3 companies in 2011 and 2012. Details on this incident are unclear as many sections pertaining to it have been redacted in the audit. However, the part still readable implicated Zainab Muhammad Saleh and her husband Abdul Latif Ahmad. PKR Deputy President Rafizi Ramli claimed that this refers to Minister in the Prime Minister's Department Abdul Latif Ahmad, who was formerly a Deputy Defence Minister under Ahmad Zaid Hamidi. Abdul Latif has denied that Zainab is his wife. The audit report listed Zainab as a director of 3 companies, Sus Marine Armada, Alice Marine Malta and Alice Marine Labuan. Rafizi Ramli is putting pressure on Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob to fire a minister implicated in the scandal. PKR Deputy President Rafizi Ramli has called for the sacking of Minister in the Prime Minister's Department Abdul Latif Ahmad. Rafizi also questioned just how much of the 1.7 billion ringgit allocation for the LCS project was actually overcharging for regular items that could be bought in a supermarket. In a statement today, Rafizi also questioned if Bersatu, which has suddenly piped up to claim credit for the jailing of Najib Abdul Razak, was really sincere about battling corruption and that it should replace Latif as a minister. Rafizi said that a significant portion of the Alice Marine Limited contracts with the LCS project was to supply spare parts for the ship. Rafizi claimed that after obtaining a contract to supply spare parts for the LCS project, invoices with false addresses were sent and payment instructions diverted funds to different companies registered in Malta and Labuan. He added that the forensic report of the LCS project revealed that this fake company does not have a license to export defense replacement equipment as claimed. Hundreds of Najib supporters gathered outside the National Palace yesterday. However, the police are probing the gathering because no notice was given. Police were not given a notice for the gathering of some 300 supporters of Najib Abdul Razak outside Istana Negara yesterday. Brickfield's police chief Amir Hizam Abdul Shukur said the group, which gathered to seek a royal pardon for Najib from the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, was spotted at around 2 p.m. yesterday. The Peaceful Assembly Act requires organisers to notify the nearest police headquarters at least 5 days prior to a planned public gathering. Then the police must respond within 3 days with any conditions for the gathering. The group of Najib supporters also made several other demands related to Najib's case. This included the outcome of any investigations against SRC trial judge Muhammad Nazlan Muhammad Ghazali. Najib is currently serving his 12-year jail sentence in Kajang prison. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.